Hello everybody, so this is the next video about astrological star signs, and this one is about Leo. Now Leos are people who are very warm, very action orientated, being a fire sign, and are driven by a real desire to be admired by other people. They almost kind of have this air of royalty about them. If you think about like a male lion, and on the plains of Africa, and they're sitting there all regal, that's a Leo, definitely to a T. And they really like to be in the limelight, so you'll find that a lot of them have careers that are somehow related to the performing arts, whether that's acting or music or singing or dancing. They have to be, people looking at them, people appreciating what they're doing and giving them that kind of respect that they need. So they have a lot of traits. One of the positive traits they have is that they're very kind and big-hearted people. These are people who have really, really big hearts. I think I've a big king lion heart, and really kind of are very good at showing affection and love to other people. Not necessarily just their partners and their children, but like if there's anybody that needs it, anybody who's in need of help or is feeling a bit down, they're going to be the ones to help pick them back up. They're very energetic and very good at kind of spreading a positive energy, a positive vibe around. So when you're with a Leo, you will feel very energized, you will feel very motivated, and you will feel very positive. They bring a lot of positivity into the room. And with that course, they're very optimistic. These are people who are going to see the glass as being half full all the time, not half empty, and won't be put off by any kind of setbacks or failures. They're always going to try and come out on top. So if they do suffer some kind of disappointment, they'll just learn from it and build on it so that they can be where they want to be, which is number one, on top. They'll always be first at everything that they do. They're very straightforward people, so they'll be quite frank. They're not going to say one thing and mean another. They're not going to talk behind people's backs. If they've got something to say, then it's going to be said. And you definitely know where you are with a Leo. If they like you, then you'll know. If they don't like you, you'll know about it, one way or another. And of course, they're very loyal. If a Leo is your friend or your partner or whatever, then they will stand by your side no matter what, and you can trust them 100%. So, if they love you, or they're your friends or whatever, then you know that you can tell them things, you know that you can go to them, and they're not going to go and spread that around as gossip. And of course, they'll always help you make sure that you can be happy again. So that's their positive traits. In terms of their more seemingly negative traits, they can be very headstrong people. They have an opinion and they're not afraid to share it with other people. And once they have a stance on something, it can take quite a lot to change their mind. They kind of will dash forward and go with what they feel is right. So that kind of headstrong mentality. But you can convince them there's another way, but it may take a bit of work. So it depends on how much work you want to put in, really. They're quite egotistical. They have quite a fragile ego. And so it's a lot about them, to be honest. They are people who, because they have such pride, like a lion, and because they, care a lot about the way they look as well, that their ego seems to be the thing that drives them a lot of the time. And it takes a lot to kind of pull them back out of that. You can get Leos, of course, who, realise there's more to life and will become more spiritual, but the predominant kind of go-to mentality or emotions is the ego. And we all have one, but the Leos seem to be very unconnected and very linked to theirs. So that can cause problems, obviously. They can be quite possessive, so that they see that the things that they have belong to them, and they're not very good at sharing with other people. So it doesn't matter whether that's a partner, something that big, or whether it's just some sweets. If they've got something, then it's theirs, and they're not very good at kind of sharing it out. That kind of give and take mentality. So you may find that if somebody wants them to share, then they may kind of throw their dummy out the pram about it. They can be quite dominating because they're so strong. Being a fire sign, they are people who will take charge in life, and people who will certainly let you know who's boss. So that's kind of their thing, is that they are in charge and can be quite domineering at times. You know, they're the ones that are going to take control. They can be quite impatient. They don't like to wait for things that they want. They want them now, like now. And I can't understand why they'd have to wait, and don't understand that actually patience is a virtue, and sometimes waiting for things, you know, having that delayed gratification is actually better for you than getting everything you want. You actually appreciate what you have more. But that's kind of a bit of an alien concept to a Leo. So, you know, if they want something, then they want it, and they're going to get it right now. And they can be quite arrogant. I was talking about the ego being the dominating factor. That can make them quite self-centered and seemingly quite arrogant. So they may say things or do things without necessarily considering other people's emotions and points of view at times. But like anything, you know, these negative traits are not there 100% of the time. Of course, some people have them to varying degrees, but of course it's there, it's within them. But overall, a Leo is a very positive person, very warm person, very lovely person with a massive, massive heart, and they will just go out of their way to help you and to make you happy. And they bring so much positivity that it's like walking around with a big smiley face all the time. So they're lovely, lovely people to be around. So yeah, there's one more video in this series, and I will make that soon. I hope you guys have a really great day, and lots of love and light. Bye.